Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another experiment. Today we are looking at England, but if all their players were right backs. Yeah, so you may have seen the England national team have had 4 right backs in the squad. Kyle Walker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James and Kieran Trippier. Now, one thing to mention is obviously Trent Alexander is gone now. But I thought it would be interesting to see how England would do in the Euros if they only played right backs in the entire squad. So that is what I have done. I have set myself as England manager. I have put the England squad and registered them all as the right backs. So they're the most expensive and best right backs there are for England. There are 3 goalkeepers in the squad: Lee Grant, Ben Foster and Scott Carson. But obviously they won't play. They had to be in there to obviously be able to register. You need 3 goalkeepers, all that sort of thing. But they won't be in goal. There'll be another player in goal who is a right back. So I'll show you the tactics that we're going to use. I'm going to play through the games, try and win them using these right backs. And then I'll show you kind of the highlights and how it all went once I've got through it all. So I'll show you the tactics quickly that we are going for. So the first one, I thought, this is quite a funny one. Just 4 right backs playing on the right hand side as a full back, wing back, winger and inside forward. Thought that would be quite funny. But the tactic we'll probably end up using mostly is this one, the 5-4-1 fluid counter attack. The reason for that, with a deeper shadow striker, is because there is no players that can play as a striker who can also play right back for England at a good level. So that would be why we're trying to mix it up a bit. But I'll run you quickly through the sides. You've got Martin Kelly, Matt Lowton, Kyle Walker, who will be in goal, James Tavernier, Kieran Trippier, Ryan Fredericks, Jack Stacey, John Joe Kenny, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, George Baldock, Kyle Walker-Peters, Matty Cash, Max Aarons, Luke Ayling, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, Callum Chambers, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Tariq Lamptey, Ethan Laird, Brandon Williams, Jeremy Ngakia and James Justin. So these are all players that can play right back. They are deemed as right backs on the game. So they'll be in the squad. I'll show you kind of the lineup we'll go for in most of the games and then give you a bit of an understanding as to kind of how things went. So here we are. First game done and dusted in a friendly against the Ukraine. It was an interesting game. We started the game off, as you can see down here, with the 4 right backs on the right hand side and a complete mess in the middle. This didn't stick around. Second half, we did revert to our other tactic, and that is when we came into form. Ryan Fredericks and Tariq Lamptey getting the goals for us. We'll take a look at those goals as well and kind of walk you through the game. First up, it was Ukraine getting the 4 goals for them, and this is where I was worried. From the very start, Marlos was able to bang a goal in on the back post. Then Ukraine came forward once again in the 17th minute, and quite quickly after a couple of 1-2s there on the right hand side, and again another goal. I think maybe that the 4 on the right side isn't really worth doing. Here we go, ball in the middle, Zinchenko on the edge of the box through to Sikankov, and he managed to put it away as well. Again, went down 3 goals. They even came back again in the second half. Shepalev out to Stepanenko. Zinchenko on the edge, fires it in. I think that might have been Kyle Walker's fault, I'll be honest. Having a right back in goal probably isn't the best idea in a European tournament. But Wan-Bissaka did get us going on the 60-minute mark into James, who dinks it over to Fredericks, who really, I mean, it was a lovely goal. A lovely ball by Reece James, and then Ryan Fredericks was able to get the goal there. But then we got a second one as well. Fredericks, again, on the right-hand side this time, fires it across. He does become a somewhat assister. Lamptey's first effort ricochets off the defender, comes back to him, and he does end up putting it in. But I was feeling okay after change of formation. We then took on France, and as you can see, it was a hell of a win. It was quite impressive. We stuck with the second half formation. Tariq Lamptey getting the goal to start things off in the 16th minute, with Maitland-Niles doing very, very well to get the assist. Then Trippier plays it through to Cash with very little options inside the box. Was able to end up finding Tariq Lamptey, who again popped it home from that left-hand side. So I'm just saying, if you're looking for a winger, if you've got Tariq Lamptey in your squad, not bad. I mean, Varane did end up getting a header going in just in the second half, and it ended 2-1 to England. I was feeling so excited. I mean, the stats show that we weren't great, but it wasn't a bad time we had. So going into the first game, I was reasonably excited. Looks like you can't see the goal, but the first goal was a Croatian goal. Rebic did get that on the 55th minute, I believe, or it was actually before that. And then they got a second on the 55th minute. Again, black screen, so you can't see it. I don't think I really want you to see it, because it's not a great result for us at all. Because then Rebic also gets another one in the 79th minute. We were nowhere to be seen. It was dreadful. So just look at my beautiful mouse going around the screen, trying to hide from all those goals. But there you go. Rebic did get a hat-trick in the game. It was an awful start. After a very, very positive kind of feeling in the friendlies, it went straight away, and I knew this was going to be pretty much impossible, especially with the formation I was playing. We then had an old school matchup, Scotland versus England, and the Scots did completely run us through. Burke with the first goal after a lovely ball over the top, defensively all over the place, very, very poor. And then Fraser plays it onto the edge to Forrest, who then looks to get that ball inside. Was unable to, but Fraser picked it up, fired it across, and Burke again at the back post easily taps that ball in. And it meant that we lost 2-0. We needed to get a win in the final game against Czech Republic to have any chance of going through. Let me show you kind of what happened. So to be quite honest, it was an absolute mess. 4-1 was the end result. I knew we had to go for it, so we did change things up quite quickly in the game as of going 1-0 down. We did also get a penalty in the game, which Trent Alexander-Arnold missed, so which could have made it 2-2, which could have kept us in the game and made a difference. But Lamptey was able to lay it off to James, who did find the back of the net in this one to make it 1-0. This was when we were in the game still in the first half. Darida with the ball in, and they were able to, again, get another goal for the Czech Republic to make it 2-1. We then missed the penalty, and then from there, we lost all confidence completely. Souček got a bit lucky after Walker's quite good save, to be quite honest, and then Hlozek played it back to Souček, who was able to then find a weird mess up in the box, and Hlozek popped it in. So, yeah, end of the day, you can't win the Euros with just right backs in the England squad. Feel free to try it yourself. But yeah, it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. But I'll show you kind of the group. You can see here we did end up coming bottom. If we'd have won against Czech Republic, we would have gone through, which is quite sad as well. But we were nowhere near winning, and I don't think we deserved it at all. But there you have it. Well, if you did enjoy, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know if there's any other sort of challenging things we can try, and I will see you next time.